Kelly, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about Krishana.
Okay.
Did you notice any shifts in the conversation?
There were a few shifts. Typically she kept the same topic. Almost throughout the entire conversation she had the same topic. The only shift would be like in her voice, and really whether or not she was showing her active anxiety or if she was just kind of sitting back and saying, I'm just so lost, I'm so confused.
Mm-hmm. Great. Did you forget to listen at any time? If so, when? And do you have any ideas about why you stopped listening?
I didn't stop listening at any time. It was a little difficult for just a few words, not even a full sentence. She kind of looked down and her voice was muffled. She really lowered her voice. But you know, it wasn't long enough for me to miss anything or even like lose her, point in the conversation.
Great. Did anything happen that made it hard for you to listen?
Just the fact that for just a few words, she was a little too quiet, but other than that, no.
Okay. Did you hear any changes in the volume and speed of the client's speech? We kind of already talked about this a little bit.
Yeah, and I noticed that at times when she seemed overwhelmed and was talking about being anxious, there were a couple key points where she started speaking a little more quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But throughout most of it, she was very calm, which I think showed the sense of, she's just really lost. She said that she was tired. She was like, I've worried about this for so long. I'm just tired of worrying about it. I'm just tired. And I think that was, shown through the speed and the level of her voice.
Great. How would you describe the client's speaking style?
Her speaking style was, it was focused on how she was feeling, and, like I said, it was a normal level. It was normal pace, and wasn't frantic or anything.
Okay. How loud was the client's speech?
It was normal conversation, 12-inch voice or whatever they teach you in elementary school, except for that, there's a couple of words that were just really quiet.
Okay, and how fast or slow did the client speak?
Typically, she was, I think, a little slower in her speech pattern than most people in a normal conversation, but there were a few points where she sped up a little bit, and I think that showed her anxiety.
Great. All right, well now I'm going to do some evaluation of our friend Kelly here. Get the page. Okay, first we're going to talk about you. Okay. You had an open and accessible body posture the whole time you were talking to her. You seemed like you were really comfortable. You had congruent facial expression. You sounded like you were listening to her. You kind of agreed with her and showed that you understood when she was talking about things. You were slightly inclined towards the client, and you directly faced the client. And there was regular eye contact unless inappropriate when she actually made eye contact, because a lot of times she was looking up in different places, but when she looked at you, she had your eye contact, which was good. You didn't have any distracting behavior, and you were very good for minimal encouragement. So good job.
Thank you.
Let's see here. For observing the practitioner, you talked a little bit about her facial expression a little bit. You probably could have expanded on that a little bit more, but other than that, that was pretty good. You talked about her eye movement and... Huh? Wait,